the video classes to everybody. Okay, I'm recording anyway. So lad, what we have discussed for last two classes, right? We have discussed about what is Hyperion, what is Hyperion Essbase, what is the features of your Hyperion Essbase, why they developed Hyperion Essbase, and what are the advantages of your Hyperion Essbase. This is what we have discussed. Now we'll start with our class. So let us start creating a Essbase application. So to create a Essbase application, we need to follow these steps. Okay, first, these are the steps we need to follow. We need to create an application. I told you why you need an application. We need to load data. See, end of the day, Essbase is used for, it's a database plus analysis tool. Whatever data you load into your Essbase application, obviously, whenever user wants, you will retrieve the data and you will analyze the data. Then based on his data, you will take a decision. So for that, when you want to load data in your Essbase application, okay, somebody says it's not clear. Can you hear me now? Hemant, hey, is any problem with my voice? Can someone type here? Can you hear me? Hello? Hemant.
Well, I can hear you, but I can hear you, but the thing is the voice is kind of, goes up and down.
Okay, I'll check that. Hey, is anybody have issue with my voice? No. Your voice is not clear. Oh God. Okay. This is hello, can you hear me now? Is this clear? Guys, hello, is this clear? Hello?
Clear now.
Okay. Yes. Okay guys, thank you. If any problem, let me know with my voice.
I can hear you, Reddy.
Right, thanks Ravi. Okay, if any problem with my voice, please guys, you can type here, I can pick it up. So now we wanted to load data. In normal databases, what is normal concept? In any relational database, when you go there, what you need to do? You need to create a table. Then you load data into the table. Whenever you wanted to analyze your data, what you do? You will connect to the table and you'll fetch that data. Here, that's what I told you. In Essbase, there is no table concept. So here we need to create a application. These are the steps we need to follow to load your data. Obviously, database means we need some space to store our data. So here in Essbase, the application does this job. So what we need to do here is, first you need to create application. Next, we need to create a database. Next, we need to create dimensions. Next, we need to load metadata. Finally, we will load data into our application. So these are the steps we need to follow here. So first let us create application. Let us create an application. How we are going to create an application? To create an application, first you need to log in. See, look at this. I have written a running notes. Look at this. To create an application, the first step, what we need to do, right? We need to log into the Essbase tool. This is our first step. So Essbase, this is called EAS. EAS stands for Essbase Administration Services Console. First we need to log into the tool. We need to enter our username and password. How we are going to do that? So once the software, we need to install Hyperion software to get access to this software, this tool. We need to install Hyperion software. So once you install your Hyperion software, when you go to the start button, go to programs and you will find Oracle EPM system. When you see this Oracle EPM system, that means what? You have that Hyperion software. Next. So what is our requirement right now? We wanted to create Essbase application. For that, so we need to start this button, Start Administration Services Console. Look at this. Whenever I keep my cursor on top of this diagram, see the bottom, it shows that Start Administration Services Console. Double click this. So you know that Hyperion belongs to Oracle BI tool. BI stands for Business Intelligence. BI stands for Business Intelligence. This product, the Hyperion product belongs to Oracle company. It takes 1 or 2 minutes. Yes, we'll take care of the installation. Don't worry about that, Hemant. Yes, we'll take care of the installation. We will install on your systems. That will take care of it. Once you pay the fees, this is what we does. We'll provide materials as well as software. Everything we'll provide and we'll install in your personal systems. Okay. So no need to worry about the software. So once we double click this, what it does, right? It opened a tool. It opened a tool called, look at this, Oracle Essbase Administration Services login. So here you need to enter your username and password. This is your server name. This is your Essbase server name. HYP113 is called your server name. Your username, you need to enter your username here. No, in real time, what it does, right? The company guys will provide you these credentials. Once you get inside the company, once you get a job, once you get inside the company, within a week time, they'll provide you your username and password. Right now I have my own password, so I'm going to give admin password is password. Just click OK. When you click OK here, see, before it says that not connected. See here, this is not connected. Once you provide your username and password, it says that you have been connected to this server. You have been connected to admin, connected on HYP113. That means what? You have entered inside the Essbase server. This is called the screen. Whatever this screen is called, this is called Essbase Administration Services Console. This screen, whatever the screen you are seeing, this is called Essbase Administration Services Console. Look at this, Essbase Administration Services. So I wanted to, now what is my requirement? My requirement is here. I wanted to create a new Essbase application. So go here, select your Essbase servers. Under that you find your server name, that is called HYP113. Under that you find your existing applications. So this is your existing applications. So you can find all your applications here. So okay, let me open normal application, already created application. So this is already we have created. Let us open. Look at this screen, guys. The screen has been split into 3 parts. This is one part. The cursor, this is called enterprise view. This place is called enterprise view, where you create your applications. Here. Next, this is called your outline editor. Look at this, outline editor. All these dimensions, these are the dimensions that will hold your data. To hold your data, we need to create dimensions. All your dimensions will be in your outline editor. Look at this. This is outline editor. See, outline editor followed by these brackets. What this bracket says that HYP113, this is your Essbase server name. Demo, this is your application name. Basic, this is your database name. So what it says that in this outline editor, all these dimensions belongs to demo application. All these dimensions belongs to demo applications. Then next, what is this one? This is message panel. Whatever you does here in your outline editor, it will record that log in this message panel. If you make any errors or anything, whatever you does here, whenever you click save, so that will show you here. This is log file. This is called message panel. So here in enterprise view we create Essbase applications, and here this is the outline editor. Here you find your dimensions, and here this is message panel. Whatever you does in your outline editor, it will record here. So that in once you get a job on a Essbase side, you are going to work with this screen. So throughout, as long as you are Hyperion Essbase developer or techno-functional, whatever it is, this is the screen you are going to work. So what is it now our requirement? Right now, what we wanted to do is, we wanted to create application. See, look at this. What my first step is, I wanted to create my application. What is my second step? My second step is, I need to create a database. That is my second step. What is my third step? I need to create dimensions. This is my third step. My fourth step is, once the dimensions are there, I need to load metadata. That means the members. The fifth one, I need to load data into application. See, even though after creating an application, if you don't load data, there is no use. See, we need to analyze the data. That data should be there in your application. Once we have data in your application, then we'll retrieve the data in Excel sheet. Then we'll perform analysis. So now, so the step here, as for as for our requirement, we need to create application. For that, what we have done is, we have entered into Essbase console. Yes, this is also called EAS, Essbase Administration Services. So we have entered username and password. This is done. Now my next step is, see, I'm there. Yeah, can you? Who is this?
Yeah, hi, this is Surender. Just now, I didn't check my mail just now.
Okay, Surender. Okay, then we just started a class. We are going to create new Essbase application. This is your first step. So far I'm showing you what is the EAS console and what it has. That's all. Okay, you can join that. Okay, go to mute, please.
Okay, all right.
Right. Thanks, Surender. So we'll talk about it, Hemant. That part will come back. We'll talk about that administration server and what is your Essbase server. We'll get back to that point later. Right now, that is not our requirement. Yeah, that is not our requirement, Hemant. Let us finish up this and write down that point. So need to explain about administration services server as well as Essbase server, please. Okay. So next we need to create application. We need to create application using BSO. Okay. So how you are going to create an application? So you need to go to select application. So in EAS console, select application, right click, select create application option. It will show you two types of database. Okay, for time being we select BSO cube. Let us go. So now I'm going to create my new application. So what I need to do to create a new application, write down this path, guys. Go to application to create a new application. Go to application, right click. Whenever you right click, there are a lot of options like start all applications, stop all applications, create application, refresh application list, status for all applications, show databases, blah blah blah. Does not matter for us. Let us forget about remaining option, guys. So we'll talk about remaining option later. So right now my requirement is, I wanted to create new application. So here select create application option. Whenever I select a create application option, I got two options. One is using aggregate storage and using block storage. Here there are two types of database, guys. There are two types of database in Essbase we have. One is ASO. ASO stands for aggregate storage option. The second option is BSO, block storage option. So write down a point right now in your notes, please. Write down. See, if you are using a laptop, in notepad, write down. Need to explain difference between ASO and BSO. Write down that point. Need to explain difference between ASO and BSO. So you keep one star symbol there. So we'll cover that. That is not important right now. I'm not going to cover that. Let us continue this class, maybe after a week or 10 days we'll get this back. I'll get back to all these options. Whatever things I wanted to explain, I'll explain later. This is our first class as far as Essbase is concerned. Let us create an application. Create application using BSO. I need to explain difference between ASO and BSO, aggregate storage option and block storage option, and when I'm going to use aggregate storage option, when I'm going to use block storage option. So how will take a decision? How you will take a decision to go for ASO and BSO? See, in real time, We never say aggregate storage option. We always say aggregate storage option is nothing but ASO, and black storage option is nothing but BSO. BSO. So now I'm going to create application using black storage. So whenever I click create application, see it has come up on small window. It has come up on small window. Here this is your Essbase server name, that is HYP113. This is your server name. So and your application name, I'm going to give you your application name. So we come up, we have new BAT. Yes, this is okay. I'll come up MOR APPLICATI1. And one more option is here, we have Unicode mode. Again, write one more point, guys, in your notes. Please write down. Need to explain difference between Unicode and non-Unicode. Difference between, this is application mode types. I need to explain Unicode and non-Unicode. Write down that point as well. Need to explain Unicode and non-Unicode. So right now, I'm going to create non-Unicode application. I'm going to create non-Unicode application. So when I click OK, here it will throw an error. Look at this, guys. Look at this. I have given my application name as MOR application here. When I click OK, see what it does. It is throwing an error. What is that error? Create application. Failed to create the application. Check the message panel for details. So this is called message panel. When I click OK, see here what it does. When I click here, okay, see, look at this, HYP113 MOR application, create application June 15, 2016, 756 failed. Why? Look at that error. So this message panel will capture your errors. Whatever errors you does here, it will capture here. So error 1056401. Application name have a limit of 8 bytes in non-Unicode application. See, application name have a limit of 8 bytes. See here, what I have done here is, see, in my application, in application name, I have given more than 8 characters. I have given more than 8 characters. See, this is the name I have given, more, MOAPP, APP. See, I have given more than 8 characters. Look at this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 number of characters. In non-Unicode application, it will take application name as 8 characters. 1 character equal to 1 byte. 1 character equal to 1 byte. See here, as for Essbase will allow us only 8 bytes to our application name. 8 bytes to our application name. So we need to give maximum of 8 characters. We need to give maximum of 8 characters. If you give more than 8 characters, it will throw an error in non-Unicode mode. Forget about Unicode mode, guys. I'll come back to Unicode mode. So here, that is the reason 1 character equal to 1 byte. So obviously my application name has crossed more than 8 bytes. That is the reason we got that error. So let me fix this issue. I'll make my application name as MORAPPLA, exactly 8 characters. See, I can give maximum of 8 characters. If you want, you can give 1 character, 2 character, 3 characters, 4. See, even this will work, or this will work, or this will work. So you can give maximum of 8 characters. So it will allow you maximum of 8 characters. If you want, you can give 6 characters, or 4 characters, or 5 characters, or 3 characters. Does not matter. So once I click OK, see, now it is processing. It is not throwing any error. No. So Sukumar, if you want to increase your character, no. In non-Unicode mode, no. Unicode mode, yes, we can. That's what we'll talk about. When I'm talking about difference between Unicode and non-Unicode, yes, I'll explain it. In non-Unicode application, it cannot increase more than 8 characters. See, that is the limit for non-Unicode applications, Kumar. Okay. Sukumar, that is the limit for non-Unicode application. You can have maximum of 8 characters. If you give more than 1 character, obviously it will throw an error saying that you have a limit of 8 bytes. Okay. So in non-Unicode application, you cannot increase your application application name. No, maximum you can give is 8 characters. That's it. Non-Unicode, yes, there is no limit. You can have more than 8 characters. Now look at your message panel, guys. That's what I told you. This message panel will record whatever you does here. It will record here. HYP113 morning APP create application is succeeded. Create application is succeeded. So successfully we have created application. Successfully we have created application. That is our first step. What is our first step here? Look at your notes. So I need to create application. As for this, create application is done now. So I have created application. This is done. Create application is done. So next step. What is my next step? I need to create database. I need to create database. To create application, what I have done, I went to application folder. I have right click, select create application option. This is the option I have selected. Then then it will show you two types of database, ASO and BSO. So what I have selected, I have selected BSO, that is black storage. Okay. So this I told you to write down this point. Need to explain difference between ASO and BSO, and need to explain difference between Unicode and non-Unicode. I have written all this. Anyway, I'll cover. Need to. No need. Already it's there. I no need to write this one. Okay, non-Unicode app. This anyway, we'll cover those points. You know, when time being, we have to create an application. That's we have done. What is our next step? What is our next step? And again, it's a what application we have created? We have created non-Unicode application. The system will allocate 8 bytes of memory for your application. 1 character equal to 1 byte. This is what we have done. This is our first step. Then we'll go back to our second step here. So application is done. Next, what is our second step? We need to create database. This is our second step. To create a database, what is the navigation steps here? So create a database is also called, see here in Hyperion, guys, we never say it is a database. We always call it is cube. Cube is nothing but a database. In Hyperion, database is called cube. In real time, whenever you are going for Hyperion, so we have to say this is BSO cube. BSO cube stands for black storage option cube. Cube is nothing but database. Don't get confused. Sometimes I use database, sometimes I use cube. End of the day, both are same. So say here in Hyperion, database is called cube. You just remember that. Next. So to create a database, what we need to do? What is my next step? So what is the navigation steps? To create a database, go to your application. Okay. Go to your, select your application, not go to. That is wrong what I have written. Select your application. Select your application, right click. Whenever you right click, you get an option called create database option. Create database option. Select create database option. Just click that. So that's what I'm going to do here. And one more thing here, even database name as a limit of 8 bytes. Same as your application name. So in non-Unicode application, even your database name must have maximum of 8 characters. If it is more than 8 characters, if you try to give more than 8 characters, it will throw an error. If you give less than 8 characters or 8 characters, yes, it works fine. Let us check that as well. So I wanted to create database. This is my application. This is my application. Morning application. This is my application. Now let me right click here. Whenever I right click here, look at this morning application. Whenever I right click here, again I'm getting a lot of options. Forget about it. Right now these options are not needed. So right now what I wanted to do, what is my requirement, guys? I wanted to create a database. This is my requirement. I wanted to create a database. Select that option. So from here, there you go. We have option called create database. We have an option called create database. Let us click this. Yes, whenever you select create database option, again it will open it has opened one more window. It is called create database window. So this is your server name, Essbase server name, HYP113, and this is your application name. Yes, I wanted to give you a database name. Here I'll give you test database. Test database, yes. Again, we have database types, normal, currency, allow duplicate member names. Right now, those three also not needed. You just select normal. We'll talk about what is currency and what is allow duplicate member names. All these things will come up. So right now, I have given more than 8 characters. If you want to write down a point, see, need to explain about currency, allow duplicate member names. Need to explain about these things when you are going to use for currency and when you are going to use for duplicate member names. Anyway, in real time, we'll never use duplicate member names. Yes. Sometimes we use currency application. We talk about that part later. So I have given more than 8 characters. Again, look at this, guys. Database name, I have given more than 8 characters. What I told you here, we have a limit of 8 characters. If I give more than 8 characters, it will not create. So when I click OK, see, look at this. Database creation failed. Database creation failed. Please see the message panel. I'll go back here. Look at this, guys. HYP113, your server name, morning application, your application name, test database, blah, 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 blah. It is failed. It is failed. Why? What is the error? Error 1056401. Database names have a limit of 8 bytes in non-Unicode application. This is non-Unicode application. It has a limit of 8 characters. So that is 1 character equal to 1 byte. It says that your database name must have limit of 8 bytes. That means 1 byte equal to 1 character. So you can have maximum of 8 characters, not more than that. So what I do here is I'll make this one as test DB. Look at this. This is 6 characters. So when I click OK, it should work fine. Click OK. Yes. Say it says that now it is succeeded. Look at this. It has created a database. Whenever you create database, see, we get 3 options: outline, linked reporting object, and partitions. All these things will cover, guys. Right now we have created a database. Then we'll talk about what is LRO. LRO, that is linked reporting objects. Who is Yogesh? Who is this Yogesh? I never see this guy. Yogesh is a newcomer, right? Are you sure? You said 2. Okay, got it. So we'll talk about linked report objects. This is all part of your syllabus. Linked reporting object and partitions. Okay, we'll talk about later that part. Next step. Currency and this one, duplicate members. Duplicate members. Write down all these points, guys. All these points. Whatever I say, I'll explain later, because whenever time comes, based on the topic, all these things will come in future. So I'm going to explain whenever the time comes, when you are going to use a duplicate members, when you are going to use a currency, when you are going to use a ASO application, when you are going to use a BSO application, what is the difference between these two? We'll talk about, and what is Unicode, what is non-Unicode. This is your first class. These topics, that is not needed right now. When our time comes, based on our topics, I'm going to explain all these things. Next, so I have done my second step here. I have done my second step here. My second step, what I have done here is I have created database. These 2 steps I have done. Next, what is my next step? I need to create dimensions. This is my third step. Create dimensions. So how I'm going to do that? So you double click your outline. Whenever you double click your outline, it will open a window called outline editor. This window is called outline editor. So whatever dimensions you create here, see, that belongs to this application. I have sent you videos, guys, yesterday. I have sent you videos, 2 videos I have sent you. I have uploaded that into YouTube. So it is there. I have sent you those links. Please go through those links. What I'm talking, what is dimension, I have explained what is dimension, what it does, so why we need dimensions. Okay, that is in our last class. So I wanted to create a new dimension. Okay, let us create a new dimension called time period. I'm going to create a dimension called time period. It's going to have 4 quarters. See, any year, 1 year, any year we are going to have 4 quarters. Each quarter will have three months. So that's what I'm going to do right now. So let us create a dimension. How to create a new dimension? So to create a dimension, what you need to do, right? You have to open your outline editor. You have to open outline editor. Next, select outline. See, this is the option. Select, right click and select add child option. Let us write down this navigation step. To create a dimension, yes. After creating this outline, it comes to line, double click outline, it will open outline editor. Where you create dimension, it will open outline editor. Select outline option in outline editor. Then select create child option. This is your navigation steps. So to create a dimension, we'll go back here. See, I need to select this outline, right click. So look at this option. What by option we have? Add child. See, I have discussed about it. What is the difference between a parent and child? Yesterday we have discussed about it. See here the relationship inside the dimensions will be defined as parent and child. That's how we treat. I have explained this yesterday. Am I right? So now I'm going to select this option called add child. Forget about remaining options, guys. Right now we are not need those things are not needed. So select add child option. Okay, write down your dimension name, time period. This is your dimension name. Now I wanted to add members to time period dimension. How I'm going to do that? Select again time period dimension, add child. Quarter 1, quarter 2, quarter 3, quarter 4. Again quarter 1. Again go to quarter 1. Add child here. January, February, March. Again add child. See, after entering April, I'm just pressing enter. It goes to the next line. May, again enter June. Next, quarter 3, again add child, July, August, September. Next, quarter 4, add child, October, November, December. So whatever changes you do here, first you need to verify. That means there is no error in your outline. So this verify, what this option does, right? It will make sure that whatever you have done here is, whatever you have done is right. So there is no errors in your outline. So verify, there you go. The outline verified successfully. That means there is no error. For example, look at this, guys. Instead of January, in quarter 2, I add January. Add child. See, now what it does, when I say verify here, what it does, it will throw an error. See, when I say verify, it will throw an error saying that member errors and warning, duplicate name. In our application, while creating an application, we have never selected this duplicate option. So that is the reason when you create a duplicate, it will throw an error. So delete this one. Anyway, this is a separate topic, duplicate members topic. We'll come back to that part. Let us verify this. Now the outline is verified. Next, you need to save. Whenever you click save, this dimension will be saved under this application. If you do not save all these things, whatever you have created here, so you are going to lose that. So save here. Yes. So now here what we have done here is we have created one dimension, the dimension called time period. So now look at this, guys. Look at this. Whenever you look at this dimension, see it says that time period followed by 4. What does it mean? Exact the 4 number what it specifies. So look at this time period 4. Yeah, that is a big topic, again restructuring. Okay, write down that restructuring of outline, guys. Hemant, write down a restructuring. There are two types of restructuring, sparse and dense restructuring. That is a big topic. That we need around 1 hour topic, that one. We'll talk that part, write down that. So again, you write down what is the restructuring. Okay, there are 3 types of restructuring. We'll talk that part. So time period, we have time period followed by 4. It says that, see, it has 4 children, that is quarter 1, quarter 2, quarter 3, quarter 4. So that this number says that how many children here it has. See here, in this case, time period is parent, quarter 1, quarter 2, quarter 3, quarter 4, children of this time period dimension. Based on this number, we can figure out, how many children this time period dimension has. How many children this time period dimension has. So right now, see, time period 4. If I add one more child here, see, that number by default it will change. We don't have quarter 5. I'm just showing you for this, see, when I write quarter 5, enter, look at this, the number has been changed to 5. So it will show you how many children it has. Okay, so time period followed by 4, it has quarter 1, quarter 2, quarter 3, quarter 4. That means it has 4 children. Next, quarter 1 followed by 3. Look at this. So that means what? It has 3 children, January, February, March. Quarter 2 followed by 3, it has 3 children. And quarter 3 followed by 3, it has 3 children. And quarter 4, the same. Next, what is this plus symbol? This is called consolidation symbols. This is called consolidation symbols. Whatever data you load here, see, for example, here January I loaded 100, February I loaded 100, March I loaded 100. When I perform consolidation, I'll show you that when it comes to calculation scripts. So when I perform a consolidation, all these values, January, February, March value will be added to quarter 1. This I showed you yesterday. Do you remember that? In our Excel sheet, I showed you all this. See, when you load data, that data, that is called roll-up option. This is one of the feature we have in Essbase. Am I right? So whatever data you load into children, so you can consolidate that value to its parent. This is called a roll-up option. Do you remember this? Yesterday we have discussed this thing, guys. So based on this consolidation symbols, the data will be added. See, right now, what is January value? See, January I loaded 100, February I loaded 100, March I loaded 100. So when I perform a consolidation, January plus February plus March value will be added to the quarter 1. What is the value to become? 300. Am I right? January 100, February 100, March 100. See, this is nothing but, see how it works, this one, right? Again, I'll go back here. I think I have written down. There you go. See here, January plus 100, February plus 200, March plus 100. 100 plus 200 plus 100. Quarter 1 will become 400. Based on what? Based on this consolidation symbols. Plus what it does, it will perform consolidation. This is nothing but quarter 1 value is nothing but January plus February plus March, that equal to 100 plus 200 plus 100 equal to 400. The system will do it, right? The system will do it. For example, you can ask me a question. If January is minus, what is the value to become? How can I change these consolidation symbols? By default, it will show you plus symbols. If you want to change this symbol, yes, we can do it. See here, from here we have those options. See, this is subtraction. Now January value is minus, February value is plus, March value plus. What is the quarter 1 will become now? What is the quarter 1 value? January value is minus. What is the quarter 1 value here? Can somebody type here in chat box? Can someone type here? Just 300. Eamon says that 300. Next. Who else? 300. 200. Who is this guy? Again. Okay, that is interesting. One guy says 200. I love that. Next 300. 300. Yes, guys. Vasu, I don't see any answer from you. Type something there. Vasu Ravi. 200. Superb answer, Vasu. Next, Ravi. Sukumar 200. Love that. Srinivas 200. Love that. Next. Very, very, very good. Next. 200. Great. So out of 13 guys, 300, 100 guys said 300. Lokesh says 300. And remaining all 200. Beautiful. So how it works, guys? How it works now? Can somebody tell me? This one is nothing but This one is nothing but January is minus. So minus 100 plus 200 plus 100. So what is the value? So that means, so 200 minus 100, 100 plus 100, that will become 200. Okay, whoever said 300, the 200, 300 guys is Lokesh, and Haman changed his answer. I love that. And remaining again, Rupesh also 300 and Lokesh also 300. Other than that, remaining all said 200. Perfect. See, look at this here. Normal calculation, guys here. See, very simple. See, here January minus means, that means this 100 is minus. Minus 100 plus 200 plus 100. This one will become 200. Am I right? Is that clear, Lokesh? Is this clear, Lokesh? Can you type here, say yes or no? Yes. And Rupesh, is that clear for you as well? Yes. Good, guys. So here this is based on consolidation symbols. It will perform consolidation, guys. So right now I want only plus, let it be. Whenever I need minus, then I'll go for it. So based on that consolidation symbols, the value will be added to the quarter one from there to time period. This process, this option is called roll up option. This option is called roll up option. Save this. Okay, let us repeat all this process again. We'll create a new application, we'll create a new database, and again we'll create one more dimension. Because for the first time you don't understand, let us do it. That the things whatever we have done, I'm going to repeat one more time right now. Whatever the things we have done, what we have done, we have created one application, we have created one database, and we have created one dimension along with the members. These are the three steps we have done. Okay, these are the three steps we have done. Let us repeat this. So the first step, what we need to do, we need to enter EAS console. To enter EAS console, make sure that your system has Hyperion software. Start programs, Oracle EPM system. It says that I have Hyperion software in my personal laptop. So this is good. Next, what is my next step? So I need to open EAS console. This is nothing but Essbase Administration Services Console. In short form, we call EAS. So go here, double click here. Whenever you double click this Administration Service Console, it will open a window. This is the window it comes up, where you need to enter your username and password. So my username is admin and password is password. If you enter wrong credentials, it will not allow us to use this one. See, right now it is not connected. When I say okay, now what it does, you are connected to your Essbase server. Admin connected to on HYP 113. Go to Essbase servers here. HYP 113, your Essbase server. This is where you find your application. So right now, what is my requirement? I wanted to create new application. So for that, go to applications, select right click. This is the option. Here you find one option called create application. Whenever you select create application, it will give you two options. Here in Essbase we have two database types. One is ASO. ASO stands for aggregate storage option. The second one, black storage option, that is called BSO. So right now forget about it, ASO. Right now I'm creating application using BSO. So select. Once you create this option called using black storage option, what it does, it will open a window. The window name is create application window. So it will give you your Essbase server name and your application name. So right now I'm creating non-Unicode mode application, so I can give maximum of 8 characters. If I give more than 8 characters, it will throw an error. Anyway, we have verified that and it has thrown an error. So I'll give you test AP. This is my application name. Test AP is my application name. When I click OK, after typing your application name, you need to click OK. So what it does, it will create application under your server HYP 113. Yes, this is test AP. This is your first step. You have created your application. What is your second step? You need to create your database. Go to test AP, right click, create database. Create database. Whenever you click create database, again, it will open a window called create database window. It will give you your server name and your application name. For this application, test AP application, you are creating a database. So test DB, and I will talk about it. This right now I'm creating a normal application. We'll talk about what is currency application, what is allow duplicate member names option does. So right now I'm not going to explain those two topics. Click OK. Good. It has created test DB. Whenever you open test DB, it has three options: outline, linked reporting object, partitions. Leave it. Linked reporting object and partitions right now not needed. So let me click outline. So next step, what I need to do, I need to create a dimension. I need to create a dimension. For that, whenever you double click here, it will open an editor called outline editor, where you can create your dimensions, So I wanted to create my first dimension. So to create my first dimension, what I need to do here is select outline, right click, add child option, So write down your dimension name is called time period. Your dimension name is, I'm creating a new dimension that is called time period. It will have months and quarters, nothing else. This dimension will have months and quarters. Enter. Whenever you type something, time period, enter, click enter, it go to the next line. So now for time period, I wanted to create in any year. We are very much aware of it. In any year, see our results, guys. Any company results, you can publish month wise or quarter wise. So obviously those months and quarters will create in time period. So when I go back to time period, right click, add child, quarter 1, quarter 2, quarter 3, quarter 4, quarter 4. So I have created 4 children, that is quarter 1, quarter 2, quarter 3, quarter 4. Next, select quarter 1, right click, add child, January, February, March. Quarter 2, add child, April, May, June. Quarter 3, add child, July, August, September. And did you observe one thing, guys? The first letter of your dimension name or your member name, I'm giving capital. Remember that. This so you need to follow, guys. Always your first letter is capital. Even if you give a small letter, it works. But this is unwritten rule. So whenever you create an application name or your database name, see here, first letter always capital, guys. First letter. Look at this. Test AP, T is capital. Test DB, this T is capital. Your dimension name, I'm giving this. So you have to do it, guys. Never ever use first letter as small letter. We always use capital letter. Nobody will tell you this one. When you use a small letter, they'll find out. They will figure out these guys do not have any experience on Hyperion. So very simple. So type first letter always capital, guys. Look at this, quarter 1, Q capital, J capital, F capital. This is unwritten rule. Whatever, whenever you create your application, this is how you have to practice. First letter always capital. In Hyperion side, first letter, whatever you does, your application name or your database name or your dimension name or your member name, first letter always capital. You make sure that you're following that policy. See, even small letter, yes, it will allow us to create. But that is not acceptable. So this is unwritten rule. That's why we need to follow this. Verify the outline, verified successfully, then save it. So one guy Hemant is talking about restructuring of outline. We talk about it. That is one more topic, guys. That is very big topic. Maybe 6th or 7th class we are going to talk about restructuring of your outline. Okay. Yes. So I have created one application. The application name is test AP. I have created one database, test DB. Then I have created one dimension that is called time period. Quarter 1, quarter 2, quarter 3, quarter 4. Quarter 4 I did not create any children. I don't want right now. See this, what is this number says that? Time period followed by 4. What it says that the relationship between these members and this one is parent and child. Time period here, the time period is called parent, and quarter 1, quarter 2, quarter 3, quarter 4, they are children of time period. Time period followed by 4. It says that 4 the time period as 4 members or 4 children. Next, quarter 1 followed by 3. Quarter 1 followed by 3. January, February, March. See here, again the relationship between quarter 1 and January, February, March is parent and child. Quarter 1 is parent in this case. January, February, March is children of quarter 1. See, look at this, guys. I'll give you a real-time example, guys. My father, me, and my kids. In first case, case 1, I'm talking about case 1, the relationship between my father and me, parent and child. Am I right? I'm a children of my father. So that is the relationship here. And me and my kids. Again, in the second case 2. In case 2, I'll become parent and my children. I have children. Obviously, the relationship between me and my children are parent and child. The same way. Time period and quarter 1. This is nothing but me and my father, parent and child. And quarter 1, January, February, March. This is nothing but me and my children, parent, again child. In case 2, quarter 1 will become parent, and case 1 it will become a child. That's how we define relationships in your Essbase. We'll talk those in again. One more question will get it. Hey, if I have 1000 members in my dimension, how I'm going to enter? See, I have seen a dimensions, it has 30,000 members. How I'm going to enter? We cannot go for right click add child, no. 30,000 members or 40,000 members, if you have a dimension, we are not going to do that process. We do it using dynamic dimension build methods. That topic I'll teach you tomorrow. Today, your first class, what we have done, we have created an application, we have created one database, and we have created dimension manually. We have created dimensions manually. This is what we have done. So tomorrow topic will be, I'm not going to use this one, right click add child, no. We have a process called dynamic dimension build methods that will load metadata in your application. That we'll talk tomorrow. Today we are done with this topic. Wait, let me close this stop recording.